For years now, Kenya has been grappling with low sugar production, forcing the country to turn to imports to meet its deficit. But some farmers believe Kenya can become a net exporter of sugar if it adopts other crop alternatives. Again, Denis Otieno looks at sugar beet, the crop promising to reverse the current trend.
If you love taking tea, then you most likely love to add some sugar to it. But did you know there is an alternative crop that can be used in producing sugar? That crop with the sweet stuff is called sugar beet. Take a look.
Good. If it doesn't rain.
James Kariuki is not your ordinary farmer. At his age, he still remains ambitious and is always curious about alternative farming. This drive is what led him to discover sugar beet, a carrot-like crop that can be used in production of sugar. James, who is also a sugar researcher, has conducted numerous studies on this crop for the last decade and a half.
We were looking for a reliable source of cooking per alcohol when we decided to look outside the sugar fields and develop an efficient crop. We were looking at the European sugar beet, but decided we had to tropicalize it, and we have done that for the last 15 years.
James has several acres of the crop grown in Nyandarua, Embu and Machakos counties. But in Nairobi, he is stationed at the ASK showgrounds at Jamhuri Park, where he conducts research on this sweet crop. Here, he has grown both sugarcane and sugar beet on separate plots to illustrate differences between the two. Unlike sugarcane, sugar beets grow underground and perform well in temperate zones.
Sugarcane grows in 2 years. Sugar beet matures in 5 months. So in 2 years, you are able to harvest 4 crops from the same plot.
Apart from the shorter maturity period, sugar beet has a higher yield per acre and earns the farmer more when compared to sugarcane farming.
Sugarcane in Kenya, on average, the best is 7 tons of refined sugar per hectare per season. Sugar beet, we are able to do between 15 and 20 tons of refined sugar per hectare. So the farmer will get paid 4 times compared to a sugarcane farmer who gets paid once only in 2 years' time.
But is there any difference in taste between cane sugar and beet sugar?
After processing, the sugar is the same because it's all sucrose. One is cleaner than the other by default. Sugar beet sugar is basically refined sugar by default. Sugarcane has molasses, a lot of molasses, so you have to refine it again to get to industrial sugar.
According to the Agriculture and Food Authority, AFA, Kenya's annual sugar consumption stands at 870,000 tons against a production of roughly 400,000 tons.
We'll be able to produce a ton of sugar at about $500. Landed sugar from Brazil is about $700. So in effect, by default, we can actually export sugar to Brazil.
And the crop is as versatile as can be. In some countries in Europe, sugar beet is used in production of alcoholic beverages. It can also be used as a herb for medicinal purposes to treat certain tumors. After processing, the crop can also be used in production of ethanol, with the pulp dried and used as animal feed. According to James, this plant is what is needed to revolutionize the sugar industry in Kenya, but one will require an acreage of half an acre and above to make it a commercially viable venture. Denis Otieno, Smart Farm.